Hey, welcome to part 2 of this 2-part series on how every NFL team got its name. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, check out how every AFC team got its name by clicking the link above. My name is Jeff Lurks, and welcome to Lurks Lessons, a monthly channel on where I explain all you need to know about becoming a sports fan of a professional or collegiate team, along with other sports-related topics. Let's dive in to part 2 and see how every NFC team got its name. The Chicago Bears. A founding member of the American Professional Football Association in 1920, the team was originally coined as the Decatur Staleys from Decatur, Illinois. The team moved to Chicago in 1921 and kept the Staleys nickname being named after their sponsor, the Staley Starch Company. Star player George Halas purchased the team in 1920 and moved their home games to Wrigley Field, where the pro baseball team, Chicago Cubs, play. Halas changed the team's name to Bears, which derived from the city's baseball team. He reasoned that football players are generally larger in stature than baseball players, so, rationally, the name Bears made more sense. The Detroit Lions. One of the NFL's oldest franchises, the Detroit Lions was originally founded as the Portsmouth Spartans back in 1928 and played in Ohio all the way up until 1933. Due to poor attendance and the Great Depression, the team was in financial turmoil. Then came George A. Richards, a Detroit radio executive who purchased the team and moved them to Detroit in 1934, renaming the team to Lions. The name was inspired by the city's already established baseball club known as the Tigers. The lion is monarch of the jungle, the team explained, and we hope to be the monarch of the league. The Green Bay Packers. In 1919, the Green Bay Packers were founded by 21-year-old Earl Curly Lambeau, who was working as a shipping clerk for the Indian Packing Company, a business that distributed canned meat. Along with his co-founder George Whitney Calhoun, Curly was able to convince his employer to sponsor the team by providing equipment and access to their company athletic field for practices. In return, the company, which later became known as the Acme Packing Company in 1921, wanted the team to be called the Packers for free advertising. The company folded in June 1943 due to World War II, but the team's name stuck. The Minnesota Vikings. With original plans to join the American Football League in 1960, the NFL offered the original Minneapolis ownership group of the Vikings an expansion team in 1961. In deciding the team's name, the group thought it would be best to use Minnesota instead of Minneapolis in order to represent the entire region. Because of the surrounding area traced their heritage to Scandinavia, the team's first GM, Bert Rose, chose Vikings because it represented both an aggressive person with the will to win and the Nordic tradition in the northern Midwest. The Atlanta Falcons. The city of Atlanta was awarded the 15th franchise of the NFL on June 30th, 1965, making it an expansion team. Owner Rankin M. Smith wanted a contest for the patrons of the city to name their team. A local radio station held the contest, and with over 500 submissions with unique names like Vibrants, Confederates, Firebirds, and Peaches because of the state fruit. Although many entries submitted the name Falcons, the winner of the contest was credited to a school teacher from Griffin, Georgia. "The Falcon is proud and dignified," she wrote in her submission, "with great courage and fight. It never drops its prey. It is deadly and has a great sporting tradition." Can you imagine the team's name being the Peaches, though? The Carolina Panthers. The city of Charlotte, North Carolina was awarded the 29th NFL franchise in 1993, beating out cities with other bids from St. Louis, Baltimore, and Memphis. Owner Jerry Richardson's son Mark came up with the team's name and color scheme. Mark chose the name Panther because it's a name our family thought signifies what we thought a team should be: powerful, sleek, and strong. The New Orleans Saints. On November 1st, 1966, the city of New Orleans was officially approved to host an NFL franchise, which also happens to be All Saints Day. The name Saints was the popular choice in a fan contest that was sponsored by the city newspaper New Orleans State's Item. The team owner chose the name as a nod to the city's jazz heritage and for the famous marching song, "When the Saints Come Marching In," which is still the team's fight song to this day. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On April 24, 1974, the city of Tampa, Florida was awarded an NFL expansion team and joined the NFL in 1976. A Name the Team contest was held in 1975 that collected a list of over 400 original submissions. Team owner Hugh F. Culverhouse, along with local sports writers, selected the Buccaneers, which was a nod to the pirates who raided Florida's western coast during the 17th century. The Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys was the NFL's first modern-era expansion team in 1960 and became the first team located in the south of the U.S. The league coined Dallas's new team the Steers, but the franchise's newly appointed president and general manager, Tex E. Schramm, didn't think having a football team named after a castrated bovine was a good idea. Instead, he chose to name the team the Rangers. Only problem is that there was already a team called the Dallas Rangers in town, which was the AA minor league baseball team. Fearful that it would just confuse people, the name Cowboys was finally selected just before the 1960 season kicked off. The New York Giants. Established on August 1, 1925, the New York Giants were one of 5 teams that joined the NFL and are the only one of that group still existing today. Owner Tim Mara borrowed the Giants nickname from the city's Major League Baseball team of the same name. This wasn't unusual and was a common practice by football teams during a time when baseball was the nation's most popular team sport. The baseball team got their name due to all the giant buildings being constructed in New York City. After the 1957 season, the baseball team relocated to San Francisco, while the football team has stayed ever since. The Philadelphia Eagles. In 1933, the Philadelphia Eagles were established as a replacement for the bankrupt Frankfurt Yellow Jackets when Bert Bell and Lud Ray secured the rights to an NFL franchise in Philly. The country at the time was struggling to recover from the Great Depression. Bell chose to rename the team to Eagles in honor of the Blue Eagles symbol of the National Recovery Act, which was part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. In 1943, because of America's involvement in World War II and men being sent to war, Philadelphia and the Pittsburgh franchise joined as one because of a shortage of players. For one season, they were known as the Steagles, and in 1944, the merger ended. The Washington Commanders. Before their move to Washington, D.C. in 1937, the franchise was originally known as the Boston Braves when the city was awarded an NFL franchise in 1932, the same name as the city's Major League Baseball team. After one season, team owner George Preston Marshall changed the name to the controversial slang term for Native Americans known as Redskins. According to multiple accounts, the nickname was supposedly meant to honor head coach and Native American William Henry Lone Star Dietz, though some have even questioned whether Dietz was Sioux that he claimed to be. Regardless, the controversial nickname stayed with the franchise until 2020, when pressure from several NFL and team sponsors led to the name being officially retired. For 2 seasons, the team was known as the Washington Football Team before the current moniker, Commanders, was rebranded for the 2022 season, the name stemming from all the U.S. military branches located in the nation's capital. The other 7 nickname finalists were Armada, Presidents, Brigade, Red Hogs, Red Wolves, Defenders, and the Washington Football Team. The Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals previously played in Chicago back from 1898 to 1959 before they relocated to St. Louis in 1960. The name Cardinals was established in 1901 when franchise owner Chris O'Brien moved the team to Chicago's Normal Park and adopted the University of Chicago's colors of maroon and white. When O'Brien bought used jerseys from the school, the maroon faded color appeared to be a cardinal red. So, at that time, the team changed their name from the Racine Normals to the Racine Street Cardinals. Fast forward to the 1920s, the team changed their name to the Chicago Cardinals upon entering the NFL as a charter member in 1922. The nickname has been associated with the franchise ever since, even when the team relocated from St. Louis to the state of Arizona in 1987. The Los Angeles Rams. The LA Rams traced their origins back to 1936 when they were founded in Ohio as the Cleveland Rams. Only playing in the Second American Football League for one season, the Rams became an expansion team in the NFL for the 1937 season, evening out the league with 10 teams. The name originates from the college ranks. Team founder Homer Marshman and his general manager Damon "Buzz" Wetzel chose the Rams because Wetzel's favorite football team had always been the Fordham Rams, who were a powerhouse in the 30s. When the Cleveland Browns were established in 1946, the Cleveland Rams moved to Los Angeles, becoming the NFL's first team based on the West Coast. The San Francisco 49ers. The city of San Francisco saw their first Major League professional sports team take the gridiron as the 49ers in 1946, as they became a charter member of the newly formed All-American Football Conference. Rumor has it that a couple of the wives of the owners got together and suggested the name 49ers to honor the 1849 California Gold Rush gold seekers in the Sierra Nevada mountains east of San Francisco. To date, the Niners are one of the few teams who have never changed their city name or nickname, and is the 10th oldest franchise in the NFL. The Seattle Seahawks. The city of Seattle was awarded an NFL franchise on June 4, 1974, with having its first season in 1976. There were 1,700 unique nicknames among the more than 20,000 submissions in a Name the Team contest, some of which included Pioneers, Lumberjacks, Seagulls, and Skippers. However, about 150 people suggested the name Seahawks, and on June 15, 1975, that was the name General Manager John Thompson chose. He was later quoted saying, "Our new name suggests aggressiveness, reflects our soaring Northwest heritage, and belongs to no other Major League team." The name Seahawk is another name for osprey, which is a fish-eating bird of prey. If you enjoy learning about sports or sports-related topics, please consider subscribing.